welcome to ZSR. We have an awesome race for you folks tonight. Hope that you will enjoy this one. We have ALttPR and Recitador here to provide excellent commentary and let y'all know what's happening. Enjoy.
Hello, how's it going, everybody? What's up, Resi? How's it going? Long time no see. I think it's been about, 8 hours since we've done some commentary together, but another awesome match, man. How you feeling?
Oh, pretty good. Got some great runners here. SuperNinTaylor and hycutype C number 8, SuperNinTaylor, I think 25. And both are really solid runners. Hycutype, more old school entrance runner. SuperNinTaylor recently picked it up, but has been steadily gaining ground and doing a great.
Yeah, absolutely. SuperNinTaylor has a pretty impressive NMG time as well. He's no slouch to a Link to the Past, but yeah, hycutype has been running entrance for a while, so, maybe execution versus experience battle here. And unfortunately, this is a loser's bracket match as well. It's crazy, man. All these good runners already fighting for their lives in the tournament.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just give these guys both a gold medal at the end. Just keep them. Hate to see him go.
Like Haiku doing the J. Coper opening, SuperNinTaylor going to check the bush crab. Haiku getting the early bomb. That's really, really cool to get an early entrance shuffle, and then getting, the hint here, the extra bomb and the full magic refill. That's pretty awesome too.
So we found a Turtle Rock and a hint that was kind of useless. It was about just a random house in the village of Alk.
Hey, early dam, that's always good. Folks, don't forget to check your sunken treasures. We've seen many matches completely demolished here in this entrance shuffle tournament by forgetting that item that appears once you drain the dam. But when you get it this early, it's tough to forget. Sorry, I wasn't throwing shade at you. It was more than just you, I promise.
Too soon. Speaking of water, SuperNinTaylor is going to jump in and go for a little fake flipper swim here to check out the witch's hut and probably do a little hula.
Yeah, the good old Farami opening here probably is what he's working on. Oh, hey, there's a chicken house. So good thing we got those bombs. And there is desert over in the witch's hut.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting to find there because you could get an item and a hint and scout another item and also check 2 entrances, but it's not that hard to get to, so save it for later.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Ganon hanging out by the ferry, so all you need is to be able to pick up a bush and you can attempt to fight Ganon today. Ooh, there's Saha. I wonder what our green pendant's going to be today. I lost my family heirloom in Desert Palace.
Hycutype keeps picking up 1 bomb and then having to use it, so hopefully he runs across a bomb shop soon.
He's still staying, net neutral here. It's working out for him. Interesting rupee farming pattern over here in the land room.
So hycutype going for that 1 of 2 guaranteed items in Kakariko, the other one being the bottle vendor, although it definitely helps to have money for that, and he currently does not. We've definitely seen races affected by lack of early fun.
Yeah, little cost versus reward. Sometimes the Hulan's completely not necessary. Sometimes, you leave really important items hanging behind, or you don't get your bombs because you just didn't farm any money at the start.
So we got a hint right there, but hycutype only has 40 rupees, so he's gonna make a liar of me immediately and go back in.
300 rupees in a book hanging out there. Oh, what did that say? Something leads to Palace of Darkness? Oh, I missed it!
Yeah, I totally missed it as well.
The cave south of Link's house. Okay.
Alright, well that makes it pretty easy to find then. Ooh,
wow.
That's an interesting location.
Okay, we're gonna watch. This is gonna be funny. Hycutype's gonna go ahead and farm these pots here. Let's see if he does it one more time, because then he'll go in the next house and he's gonna get 300 rupees in a book. All right, he's gonna just do it once. So
the real question becomes: are we getting that moon pearl by way of mirror or by way of connector?
that's always the big question to ask yourself when you're finding it there.
It makes pursuing connectors kind of more interesting to me.
I mean, it's obviously going to be by connect. It has to be by a connect, but it might be connector and mirror.
I think the last time it happened that I saw the moon pearl there, it was literally the first connector I tried. Got super.
It's like it's a really important item, you know? No, that's really interesting, and that's really good that they both scouted that. Some runners like to put that off, you know, and there's like, who cares? You know, I'm not going to worry about that until I get the mirror. But knowing that that moon pearl is there, it gives you a little bit more incentive to prioritize connectors as the run goes on. Spike Cave.
And missing pretty much everything we need to do that, so we're gonna leave that.
I think Spike Cave is like maybe one of the most annoying things to find in this mode. Do you agree? Just say it.
Yeah, it sucks. No, a Spiral Cave, and Spike Cave. They're like, you know, bastard cousins of interest.
What's wrong with Spiral Cave? You just gotta go walk in a circle and don't get killed by a Moldorm. You get an item.
And cut off your route or, you know, isolate that item for the end of until the end of.
Nah, there was nothing in there anyways, you know? Ooh, hey, there's Laser Bridge. A little early to be finding this. These lasers will kill him in one hit. They'll do 4 hearts of damage to Greenmail, but he slides right in there, no problem. These are some pretty fast laser skips. I think he might have practiced this 1 or 2 times before.
Yeah, I would definitely be iframing a couple of these chests just to not take my chances, because I hate this glitch so much. But he does a great job.
Almost looked like he had a little bit of a pause setup there. That was pretty clever there. I like that. I might have to steal that.
Yeah, Laser Bridge was pretty worthless though. I mean, had, you know, a slight monetary value, but overall.
S&T struggling to find bombs. He's very curious what's in this bombable hut. Small key to desert. Uncle. Alright, he gets the 50-50 bomb this time.
Well, we know where desert is, so that's a little more incentive to dive.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna need more bombs if they're gonna kill those enemies. Outside, they'll be getting 1 chest, but desert does also add some connectors. Maybe that'll get us over to our moon pearl too.
And the bottle vendor having a half off sale.
It's very kind of them. Oh, we found the dam too early. We don't get to check that hint. That's unfortunate. Not until we get those flippers. I think S&T will be able to check it. He actually hasn't found it yet. Let's see what juicy info he's going to get. Race ROMs don't have spoiler logs.
Well, now SuperNinTaylor has a crazy advantage, so
yeah.
we're gonna see. Oh, interesting. hycutype wasting his 1 bomb to check this, so he's not going to be able to get any further, and he's not going to be able to get this item that he's now looking at. So.
Well, we know that there's a key there, so we'll just keep that one in the back of our mind. Yeah, I didn't find any shops there to refill on bombs now that he got this money. That's pretty unfortunate.
I think Senk was in town, right? So it's not horrible to get back to it.
No, yeah, I think our Senk was at the Kakariko well, so... Does he have flippers?
No, he just did a really smooth fake flipper.
That was so seamless. I swear that he has flippers. Wow. Right. Blowing my mind. Got more laser skips happen on SuperNinTaylor's side. Getting bullied by the beetle a little bit.
So hycutype finding desert after finding the small key, so it's gonna get us a couple of checks.
I mean, again, he's suffering from the lack of a way to kill those popos.
Right, that is a good point. I forget about those guys. I mean, he can get that one chest, but maybe he would get lucky and there's bombs in there or a sword or something.
Another freestanding key. Go to the next room. Great hint. And he's just gonna death warp here.
I feel like I
man.
would try that one chest just in the hopes that something useful would be in there and like I could kill the popos.
I don't know, what I kind of like there would have been maybe just skipping the chest, and since he had went and checked the hit, maybe check that left connector to see if that's going to be your way over to your Moon Pearl.
Looks like he's into the drop first, so it's going to find Ganon.
Good to know that that's there. Always nice to see your Ganon not locked behind one of the Agas, you know. You hate to worry about that. Just adds more items you need to finish the seed. We don't want to do that. We're speedrunners. We want to go fast. Oh, hey, there's Thieves Town up by the North Fortune Teller. Four easy items in the front here. No big key. Probably wouldn't want to go any further, even if you did have it. Got really no way of defending ourselves or doing damage to anything.
So it looks like... So it looks like hycutype is going south. He's going to find a big key at the drain item. That seems familiar.
It's got to be the big key to Swamp, right? Makes the most sense. I'll gamble on it. I told you, Ice Palace.
Well, there is water involved in a way.
Yeah, the Frozen Swamp. Hey, there's a sword. Got a sword in the third chest of Thieves Town.
Ooh, we found Paradox, but hycutype has no freaking way of doing anything in here. It doesn't even have one bomb to buy 10 bombs. That is unfortunate.
He will definitely have that on his radar. It's really a shame, too. The only reason why he doesn't probably have that sword right now was because he used his bomb in Hera, and then thus ending his route because he couldn't get out, and he saved and quit. So that locked him out of the sword for the moment.
So he also found Aghanim's Tower, and without that sword that is up north, he can't do anything there either, but he does have the book to check this entrance. Looks like we forgot to shuffle the Thief today, and it just has some bombs. I don't think that S&T will be too interested.
You know, that's probably the happiest he's ever been to find a bomb shop behind this just horrible isolated entrance that locks you out, trying to, you know, check the front of desert. He really needed those bombs.
Yep, and he is going to go back to Paradox, I would think. Nope, he's going to check find Pod.
I think he should know that this is Pod. We can go ahead and check one chest in here. Two more if you want to get a little spicy with some mimics. Hey, here's Spectacle Rock hanging out over here, too. Just a compass for the item, but we got a juicy hint coming up. Hey, he gets a sword and pod. All right.
Oh, that's a nice bailout for hycutype since he has to do Paradox Cave still. And it looks like the Light World Bumper Ledge is the Rat Bomb House today.
Can you explain to me what the Foothills Cave means, please?
It is it's code hint for the Light World Bumper Ledge. It's a specific request by somebody. I want to say hycutype actually, or specifically requested that wording. And so that is the foothills are the Light World Bumper Cave, and the restock room is the Rat House with all the bombs.
Okay. So you're suggesting I shouldn't say that's some weird terminology for the Bumper Cave?
I don't think they'll mind that much. Looks like eastern on East Death Mountain, which we reached by going through Spectacle Rock, I want to say.
Yeah, he actually did the bomb jump to get there, so by no means required to do that bomb jump across Spectacle Rock to get over here, but hey, you're here, you might as well check these entrances.
So he took the naughty way.
Yes, he did take the naughty way. Gotta go cross-side a little bit as we're manically opening chest on both screens here. There's another big key to Turtle Rock. All right.
So the question becomes, does he go get the one item out of Aghanim's tower, or does he just say, screw it and check connector?
Oh, I say absolutely. Let's hit up some of these connectors here. That Aga Tower chest is far away.
So far, Eastern's been a slight disappointment, but we are coming up on a hint. Oh, well, we already knew the Desert Ledge item is nothing and you can't get into the other entrance, so that exit's not super useful. But that hint is pretty nice.
That's
Magic
a really
Bat.
good hint there, yeah.
Did we actually even see Magic Bat at this point? I don't even know.
Uh,
I gotta be honest, I didn't see what was at the Lumberjack.
I don't think that anybody went to check Sanctuary, so it could be at Sanctuary or it could be at the Pyramid, of course.
Oh, apparently S&T did not make it all the way to Lumberjack, so we haven't seen that yet. So I think we're missing the well and the bat, and I don't know what.
Hopefully not too many.
We saw the castle actually, but I didn't actually see what that was. But oh, the well was at Hyrule Castle, but we didn't check it apparently. At least I don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember it either.
Looks like hycutype decided that death was not worth going back in, and he's going to save that Aghanim's Tower chest for later. And it looked like Eastern was just a lot of.
Yeah, I got a small key, but that's about it. But we got Mini Moldorm Cave coming up, so another chance to redeem ourselves for this Death Mountain play. hycutype will be heading up here to check what we believe to be CAC well and what we believe to possibly be unchecked. I cannot confirm or deny any of this.
All right, so a lot of items incoming. Here's a big key to Eastern. Oh, that's. Does he go back?
Okay, I would consider it. And that was just a small key to Myers. So CAC well didn't seem
literally right next door. That feels so bad.
Yeah. Oh, well, you never know, man. Sometimes you go get those first 4 in Eastern, there's absolutely nothing. Sometimes, man, you sequence break all the way to the back and you're getting boots 30 minutes faster than your opponent, you know? It's just entrance shuffle, sequencing, all that stuff's really important.
Well, we found a Mimic Cave, but we haven't found a hammer to hit with, so we're going to have to put that on.
Well, they're doing a good job combing the world. We've gotten a lot of, you know, tiny pieces to the puzzle here, but still kind of waiting for that major breakthrough.
Looks like hycutype is investigating what appears to be Death Mountain Descent Cave in the dark, and is not going to go for it. It's a little annoying to do that one in the dark. It's possible if you know what you're doing. He's going to be on Master Sword soon, though.
Oh yeah, go ahead and get his Master Sword from the 3rd chest here in Thieves Town. And SuperNinTaylor is going to do Kakariko well for the 2nd time. No, he's going to do his checks over here.
Alright, so they're just kind of treading over each other's ground right now. So I wonder who's going to be the first to make a new move here. We haven't seen the eastern area, which seems pretty ripe for the picking without a glove.
Yeah, eastern area looks good. Man, I like that right-sided desert. Go ahead and get those 2 chests there and hit up that connector a little bit.
I'd be curious to... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. Both of these seem like fine plays, though.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see what's at the lumberjack at this point. I think we're missing actual lumberjack and maybe the fair.
Oh, did you not make it up there all the way? Okay.
Spectacle Rock was in the woods, so he just like dipped right out.
Oh, okay. That's how he got over there. All right, all right. You remember which one it spit him out of? I'm just gonna ask a lot of questions here.
Eastern Death Mountain, or one of the two middle. But he did the naughty version of Spectacle Rock.
Gotcha. I guess I was just curious if it got him past those Titan rocks or not, but it's all right. We'll figure it out as we go along.
I'm fairly certain it did, but I don't remember if he was in the middle drop or the bottom drop.
Just like you were saying, we haven't seen this area up here by Eastern, so he's heading up that way.
So hycutype may be less inclined to go through Spectral Rock, but he may be more inclined knowing that Moon Pearl is. We'll see if he wants to clear the entrances before he dives.
Man, I will say, you know, I feel like a pedestal check is more valuable the earlier you do it. And this guy is right next to it with a book at 20 minutes in. And you don't often get that opportunity, but I guess...
I would totally do it, but that's just me. we have seen pedestal knowledge greatly affects early games by knowing you definitely need it, but they're not into it. Oh, Lumberjack is vanilla, but it's just...
Yeah. There definitely has been some tournament races that have just been decided by, you know, who got that knowledge and who didn't. Oh, that's definitely the other side to that connector that Haiku fell in the hole in earlier, so he doesn't have to worry about that being in play.
Oh, meanwhile, we got ourselves the back Skull Woods. I believe it's Sahastra's house, and for our troubles, we have a second shoot. And I believe we're down to either the bat or the fairy at the sanctuary drop. So knowing that he can't do anything with it and not having gloves anyway, he's not even going to bother checking that. He's going to go for this connect.
We'll see if he does this bomb jump here too.
Looks like he is.
After he marvels at his own his own wording in that hint, because I do think he was the one that created a little bit of that vernacular. All right, cool. And it was the middle one, not the drop, but the one right below it. You were right.
So, doesn't look like, or I don't remember there being much up here besides like one random big key, or no, Eastern Palace big key, right?
Yeah, and he's getting it before he went into Eastern. Yeah, we can see some huge plays.
If there is something good in that big chest, that could be very interesting, although we don't have a technical way up here just yet, so we don't know how far out of logic they are going. I missed the hint actually. What hint did SNT? Oh, hammer in basement. So that is not Hera. That's actually Blind's hut. So that hint is not as useful as it first appears, other than knowing that you have to get your hammer out of an entrance versus out of a dungeon. That could affect your routing a little bit, but I mean, you don't know where Blind's basement is, so it's kind of a mixed bag.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones. Like, well, great. It's in some cave somewhere in this mixed up world of Hyrule. All right, so Haiku just passed up a Misery Mire small key here in Hera. Haiku, heading in Eastern Palace, armed with the big key, will be able to check that one chest that SuperNinTaylor just didn't get to get just because, you know, he chose to go right over left. Ooh, even some money back there in Hera.
So this big chest is gonna be interesting to see at least, but again, kind of out of logic at the moment. We'll see what kind of goodie we can pull out. Meanwhile, SuperNinTaylor, I don't know where he didn't check everything up north, so I'm not sure what he's pursuing at the moment. Oh, he's going to try this dark connector as well. Finds out that it's not the old man cave, so he's going to ignore that for now. So SNT actually has a few options. He hasn't gone south either. We know there's a Master Sword waiting for him down south. Incidentally, we have a Master Sword and a book already, so I don't know. Tablets look interesting. I can't get to them yet, but it's interesting to note that you have almost nothing but a Master Sword and a book.
Yeah. No ways to get over there quite yet, but we haven't seen the entrances and exits to all the connectors that are available. I don't think anyone's been over to the Light World shopping mall, so that's on the table.
Yeah, could potentially just pop out of here at some point randomly and be right next to Ether Tab.
Well, just a piece of heart in the Eastern Palace big chest. SuperNinTaylor is going to be thinking real heavy about that one too. And now SuperNinTaylor has found the other side of the dark room that he had just found previously.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much he's done those caves in the dark and whether he will know that that's either end of that cave, but he does know it's not the old man cave, which is probably the only one he really wants to jump in.
So it looks like Magic Bat's actually on the pyramid. We already know that, we're not going to specifically need dropping down on the pyramid, but that most certainly doesn't mean that we don't need those 4 items up top Ganon's Tower later in the seed.
So it looks like we're going to get the legitimate connector check here in Spectacle Rock now.
I would assume so. I don't think he would be bomb jumping back just to check the big chest of Eastern, but you never know. Looks, yeah, we're going to get the traditional way here. So who knows where this is going to take us. Hopefully somewhere exciting. Maybe exotic. Beachside view somewhere. Well, that's a little unfortunate.
That is so dumb.
So it took him above the... Wow, so all the Spectacle Rock entrances were kind of intertwined next to each other, and I think all of the Paradox Cave ones spit you out in desert, too. How silly.
So the good news is we know the logical way to East Death Mountain now. It's just do the harder version of what you did.
That works.
Looks like hycutype's going to do the Eastern check since he doesn't have glove yet either. S&T having already done that, it's probably going to be interested in going a little further south. He hasn't found Paradox Cave yet either, so he can get another random big key out of there. I think that's really all we've seen a lot of is big. Gonna get shot in the back here a couple times to save himself some walking.
Lost a little time. He got punished for that shield he got. The one that Haiku just got.
Could be some laser shield action in our future. Everybody's favorite shield.
It's not so... Alright, I don't know if we saw anybody come over here.
hycutype was in the neighborhood, but I don't know if he came this far.
We got
that is both ends of Bumper Cave, so that's a connector eliminated.
I like to refer to that as the hookshot accessible Foothills Cave. That's my preferred vernacular of it.
All right, we're gonna make note of that and stick it in the hint.
Thank you. The hammer can be found in a basement. Yeah.
If you can find the basement, anyway. I love those hints because one time I found out that my glove was with a mini moldworm, and I last location both gloves that seed.
And that was the cave side of the Foothills cave, and yep, they're right next to each other. So maybe these connectors are not looking so hot right now. They all seem to just be playing games and connecting to themselves, like literally right next to each other.
Yeah,
These runners are like, can we just get to the pearl, you know?
Yeah, this feels like a very incestuous set of connectors.
They're very close. Oh, we missed the bug net.
Kissing cousins, you know.
Kissing cousin connectors. I love the alliteration.
I don't remember what big key was in here, but I think there was like Turtle Rock maybe?
I think so as well. And Haiku is coming all the way down here to spend his only potion and also get this hint.
A+ hint.
Was that just a hint about the bug net that we were watching SuperNinTaylor get? All right.
Yep, hycutype getting a little glimpse into his past. So looks like South Shore is really our most exciting option right now, which is really terrible. Got no glow, so we've got 2 entrances over there we can check. Really, that's about what we have for ourselves right now.
Well, you still have those 2 chests in desert. I think no one's been there. I'm still begging to get that check, unless I missed it, and then, yeah, I'll defer to you on that one.
Actually, you are correct, and then that's also 2 connectors I wasn't thinking about, because I was trying to think of which connectors we haven't found that just go right next door to wherever.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so he just did a little hard reset there. Yeah, that makes sense. Save your potion. You know that there's no... There's no value there.
He's right next to home, so why not? Oh, so we're going to see this chest that hycutype actually noped out of when he...
Oh, yeah. He could be coming over here sooner than later also. Actually looks like he's going to probably hit up those couple entrances. But yeah, I imagine this one's on his mind too. Because it's starting to get a little thin for them.
He may go ahead and walk all the way to South Shore since he's coming this way anyway. Not great to come over there without a glove, but your options are getting a little bit low, so I don't know. Yep, he's going to go for it. Or, I mean, he could fake Flipper, but he doesn't have a pearl, so he'd only get Hobo. Or he could just die.
The health has been rather stingy in this seat too, and those crabs do too much damage. And by too much, I mean 2 hearts. So there's just a shop here in the front of desert. I mean, you got money to blow, but really don't have anything enticing to sell.
Looks like hycutype's not going to let anything hold him down. He's going to go right back to South Shore and show those crabs who's boss.
I like that, you know? Don't let crabs ruin your day. This was the beachfront that we were promised.
If a crab grabs you by the face, you just get back on that horse and ride.
I'm really imagining someone right now just, you know, riding a crab, and instead of, you know, holding on to reins, they just have like a big giant, you know, shell cracker instead.
No, I think the way it works is that the crab, like, grabs you by, like, the meat of your arms, maybe, so it doesn't, so you don't get, like, fall off.
Now I'm actually just scared, so I went from happy to scared really quick. All right, we're going to be checking these 2 entrances, or these 2 chests and these entrances over in desert. Wow, there's GT!
Well, that seems important.
That's really annoying. That's in a very out-of-the-way place, and that can be one of the places that the game forces you to make multiple trips to.
Yep, can't do much in there yet, but knowing where it's at is, you know, I don't know, 10% of the battle in this case.
I was thinking like 14%. Hey, there's a pod smoky.
So, right side desert, not really interesting, but we do have connectors.
Yeah, and you got to be thinking these take you somewhere. I mean, where could they spit them out where it's like, well, this sucks? I mean, this is a good connector.
Yep,
Maybe
this
not
is good
too-
for if they find a mirror at least. Right now, it's not worth a heck of a lot, but they can scout some.
There's Quake up on top. Turtle Rock. 2 chests in this tower that are really useless, and guess he's gonna Death Ward Pier. Didn't really. Well, I don't. If he did, he check the chest up top? I think he did. Maybe not. If he didn't check the chest up top, smart to death warp. If he didn't, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, looks like he's going to defer the 2 bottom entrances of Dark Death Mountain for now, but hycutype's going to take this key and immediately turn it.
And with what we know, this is kind of looking like a good play too. Big key to Skull Woods. That's not going to get us closer to our Moon Pearl, but it's definitely good to have.
Yeah, it's not our immediate progression that we need, but it is something. That, however, looks pretty nice. And I think that it's possible that SuperNinTaylor may find his way to where that mirror would be useful without actually having that mirror.
Yeah, I was like, hey, that's a really good mirror, but where are we going to use that at? I mean...
Well... there's a couple of caves that we can get to in the Dark World that lead to connectors.
We literally are getting rabbit holed over here. Oh my god, there is how you could get your pearl. And hycutype is on the way. However... Oh man, hopefully he finds another way over there. It's going to be really, really hard for him to pass up the top of Death Mountain versus going the other direction.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain he's going to check a lot of the mountain before he does anything really, but I don't think, I mean, that'll just give him a lot of stuff to do and a lot of things to check. He won't really be totally off the scent, but
yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on if he finds like a boot or some boots or something random that might like give him a little distraction.
It's not like, you know, this isn't going to be good stuff to do over here either, so it's true.
See, SuperNinTaylor back in the light world, but he's not going towards the thing he needs to go toward.
Chat just had a little bit of syncing if you want to let him know if anything interesting got found in the last 20 seconds.
I didn't see anything interesting in particular. So I think we're all getting new information at the same time. Like hycutype is...
Oh my god, it's a water rock! Oh, sorry. I was gonna try and make up something random. Oh, looks like, yeah, we're dying on the top of Dark Death Mountain. You know what? That might not be the worst thing. Could get him to his pearl a little faster. We'll see, though.
Yeah, hycutype gonna go back to S&T's house and find another way to go. He may just go right back to Desert. Yeah, I think he's probably going to end up back on the mountain because as far as he knows, that's an in-logic thing for him that has like a lot of entrances available. So he's probably going to be inclined to clear all that out before checking the other exit.
Yeah, we'll see. See what he does. Sometimes might just be good to know.
So meanwhile, S&T is going to make his way towards that pod small key that he really needs.
He's really kind of running out of enticing options. I mean, he did get spit out into, you know, the Dark World in the spot that could get you to access the Pearl. If he had that mirror, which is really kind of a roundabout thing to get.
See, he's low enough on options, and pod is close enough to his house that I feel like it wouldn't make much sense to put it off.
Oh, no, you're absolutely right.
Oh, and guess what we have logical access to? We have logical access to
those tablets?
Ether tablet with a book, with a book and a mirror, or a book and a master.
We have logical access to both of them. Bounty of 5 items? Can't read this.
Bounty of 5 items is where now? I missed the other path.
We might have already seen it.
Oh,
the Firehead and Skull Woods?
So that'll be.
That's really good.
No, that'll be Hype Cave for sure. I think we saw Blind's
Basement.
Right?
Yeah, we've already seen Mini Moldorm.
Oh wait, did we see Blind's Basement or not? No, we haven't seen Blind's Basement.
Isn't
because
that
that's where
1-5?
the hammer is. that's where the hammer is. So that could, in fact, be where the hammer is in the back of Skull.
How do you feel about an ice rod hanging out in Spectacle Rock?
Not super excited, but
What? I'm pretty excited about it.
I mean, as rods go, it's not the most entertaining one, but it'll get the job.
Name one other rod that you can use to freeze a guard to throw at another guard to kill him, and tell me it's not exciting.
You may have me there, but we have Ether though. We have a backup plan for the.
All right, fair enough. You got me at Ether. It's the fake ice rod cave.
So interesting. That hint though, and knowing that hammer is in the basement, assuming they understand that hint about the hammer being in a basement. I'm wondering if they get a fire rod, do they just head straight there in the hopes of finding their hammer? Also, is hycutype going? He's in the old man cave, isn't he?
Yeah, he's rescuing the old man.
I forgot he was up on the mountain. I thought I got confused with him and S&T being in the village, and I was like, is he just going through that weird connector?
Man, SuperNinTaylor is going for probably one of the most hard-fought pieces of hearts in this game right now by taking this connector all the way to go into Eastern Palace just to get a piece of heart.
Are we sure he's doing that?
I think that's what he's doing.
Or did he got the pod key, right? Why would he do that?
I mean, there's not too much going on right now. You're just kind of probably chasing that one thing that's been in the back of your mind. And yeah, it looks like we're heading over to Eastern, so we'll get that piece of heart.
Well, that's a unfortunate probable triple dip, depending on whether we actually need the Armos Knights. But yeah, maybe he doesn't get burned by this. Meanwhile, I don't think I've seen anything else super interesting on hycutype side yet.
No, and oddly enough, no connectors over here either. Oh, there's a lamp.
An in-logic lamp, even. Although we do already have logical access to our Moon Pearl anyway, so it's kind of a moot point.
S&T about to get the most disappointing quarter piece of love he's probably gotten in his rando career. And yeah, he's got to be thinking, man, what do I have left? And when you're like, I got 2 chests and pod. I mean, that's really not that much. Hey, there's Ice Palace. Rip the hint. Guess you might have Death Warp to check it anyway, so waste of time. And he is going into pod, so he'll be getting his...
Yep, and he knows exactly where to go to.
Oh, look at that! Old man save point! That is so convenient! Fantastic!
Wow. Yep, I was going to say S&T knows how to get to that Moon Pearl, but hycutype just handily beat him there.
What's really funny, too, is... I guess that does make that saving quit spot in logic with how silly that lamp was, but, whatever. That works, too. We'll do it that way.
Look at that, a little double bunny logic for your pearl today.
Please don't talk so dirty to me. I'm trying to watch rando here. Alright, so he'll be doing his potion glitch also. Learning about his bug net he already got.
So I expect SuperNinTaylor might actually just go the way he knows goes to his pearl instead of going up on the mountain. He may check a few things along the way, though.
Yeah, man. Really, really fortunate save and quit spot there. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, saved all kinds of bunny walking for hycutype.
I mean, realistically, that could have saved him a trip to that whole entire area, because, if he goes to that area just to walk down and get his pearl, he has to come back out. By the way, there's the second best rod in the game, the fire rod.
Okay, so
Which is
now the question becomes: is it Blind's basement, or with our hammer, or is it hype cave behind this fire?
are they
And
both
also,
5 Yeah.
yeah, they both are. And also, hycutype has to find his way to that part of the dark world, which he has not yet.
Why didn't you correct me on that earlier and say I was dumb? I was over here under the illusion that, I said something right when I said something wrong. You should have told me I was wrong.
I may have tuned you out slightly on that.
Fair enough. I'll accept that.
We have access to the north western dark world by way of the Curiosity Shop, which is a connector through multiple connectors. Actually, you go out one connector and into another, and out through another one, and then you're in the western dark world at the north.
Not quite sure where SuperNinTaylor's going right now, and
I'm quite sure that he's not quite sure where he's going right now either.
I was starting to gather that too. He needs to remember how he had gotten over to that area, which was the convoluted way of going, you take the subway at Desert Palace to catch an Uber over at Grandma's house, and then you just got to take the sidewalk walking path over to get your moon pearl.
Yep,
It's
he
pretty standard,
probably going to end up taking the long way there.
Yeah.
Although I guess you could say exploring the whole mountain is also a long way to get there, but I feel like you get more done since a lot of that's in the light world.
Yeah. And right now, we're still missing 2 items to have any sort of independent access to the dark world here. Haiku doesn't have to worry about that because he at least has, some form of save and quit in the dark world that, doesn't involve some weird bunny travel. Even though he's not a bunny now.
He does have a couple more things he can do up on Dark Death Mountain if he wanted to, as a bunny, or since he won't be a bunny anymore. Oh, it looks like SuperNinTaylor is going to do all this after all, and may end up taking his shortcut to the Moon Pearl as well.
I don't know if anybody caught that, but I think hycutype did a little quick swap oopsie and used his potion. And I think I think he might be thinking about resetting. No, he's just gonna save and quit.
I don't think I saw that at all, but that's one of those things. The dangers of quick swap.
I mean, he was literally inside of the old man's house where you talk to him and get full health, and he used his red potion. So I might have missed some super, galaxy brain play of why you would do that, or it might just have been a little quick swappy mistake there. It happens.
Looks like hycutype is going towards Mothula already. No, he doesn't have a key, does he? No, he does. No, he doesn't. So I don't know what he's going for over here.
We will. He might have a key. We could have missed it.
Nope, he's definitely going for Mothula without a key.
Okay. And denied. All right. Take 2.
So hycutype finding out that his nose is not a skeleton key today.
Oh man.
I think the really good news for hycutype though is that Ice Palace is not in Kakariko.
He is going in the right direction here. Where else would he go from here? I don't know if any other connectors they would take. So yeah, this makes the most perfect sense. He's gonna hit up this other connector in desert that he hasn't seen, and going to realize that this is taking him to a pretty hot area for him to check stuff.
Potentially he could try to clear the rest of the entrances in Dark Death Mountain. He does have 2 on the bottom that he can't, or did not opt. Nope, but he's gonna go the other way.
Isn't he getting his lamp? This Link Bunny sprite is very silly.
All right, and we'll see if S&T wants to check this hint in Ice Pellet. And he does. And he gets a very stupid hint.
Thanks, game. Appreciate that one. Thanks for looking out for us.
Oh, hycutype is able actually to check this one entrance since he was not a bunny, but it is just a fairy fountain.
That's why he used his potion in that one shop, you know? He's making fools of us all. He knew that he was going to find a fairy shop sooner or later, so he used his potion so he could get a fairy. I got your back, Haiku.
Alright, so hycutype is in the northern part of the Dark World, has a fire rod, knows that there is a 5-item thing behind Skullwoods, and potentially understands that his hammer is in Blind's basement, so does he go ahead and dive through Skullwoods? He also has the big key, so he has much incentive to do this. And he also needs a small key so that he can go to Mothula for real, so...
Nah. He'll be fine without that one. It's just a pendant anyways, right? If that's going to be your first dungeon you finish, it's always a pendant. It's the rule of entrance shuffle. Hey, we have a big key to Hera. Okay, we know where that's at. And a small key to Castle Tower. I don't think he actually went back and got that chest prior to his mirror.
He did not, so that's something that he can go back and chain the other chest with now. S&T, meanwhile, setting up his nifty little Dark World shortcut.
Haiku is not going to mess around with the Graveyard Ledge. Gonna nope on that one for now. Maybe waiting for boots.
Huh, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess that...
He missed a Bombos tablet while he was down there in the area, too. Hopefully that one doesn't come back to bite him. I think he did. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember him checking that either. I don't even think he... Did he go all the way down the swamp? Yeah,
I think so. Right.
He can access Graveyard Ledge even without a weapon. It's just that he's choosing not to. I mean, he won't ever be closer than he is or was at that point. But yeah, I mean, maybe he's just hoping that, again, like I said, he could pair it with boot.
Hey, there we go. Eastern Palace is one of our 5-6 crystals today.
Hycutype definitely diving straight into Skullwoods here. Going to collect himself a small key, check all these items, and get a swamp small key, right? He could also check the pedestal since he has a mirror and a book.
Oh yeah, he was just waiting for the optimum time here. It's all coming together. I guess he's not gonna worry about those chests for now. You know what? That's fine. Oh, I don't see anything against this. He knows he got the good Skullwoods. He's not getting locked out, so...
Yeah, he knows that the back of Skullwoods is not a connector.
Alright, and S&T taking the shortcut. Gonna be getting his Moon Pearl. A little bit behind Haiku, though, and... doesn't really have too much extra stuff that he did with the time difference here.
So Hycutype showing off the not often used magic refill in Skull.
Oh no, that one's really nice. I mean, especially if you're low magic going into Moth and regular Rando.
Hycutype actually skipped the entire middle of Skullwoods for the most part, so he's gonna go back though. He's got he's just going after this stuff first, which is where our hammer is, by the way. So yep, we're gonna have that shortly, but we don't have a glove yet.
This is the only basement in the game as far as hints are concerned. If you don't believe me, talk to the hammer.
So that's not traditional Dark World access yet without a glove, but it is very nice to have.
And with that hammer, I mean, they basically have access to everywhere in the Dark World except for, you know, anything locked by the Mitts or the Meyer area. And even then, they got some ways around to get over there. But who cares about any of that stuff? We're about to see the only item that matters in this game, and that's the shovel.
Oh, that's awesome. So, that's a very ambiguous pedestal. Somebody needs to get JTN on the phone.
No, don't, please. I don't even want to deal with that. This race never happened. We're deleting this one from the archive.
We may never have to pull that, though, so, may not come into play, but it's never fun to see an ambiguous pedestal.
Yeah.
Shout outs to the time that there was a shovel on the pedestal that led to book to lead hammer.
Yeah, I say farewell, Master Shovel. You know, we'll see you never, or we'll see you in 2 hours. It's gonna be one of the two. He'll be getting his. All right, he's just gonna grab this one and mirror. Yes, very smart, very, very cool routing.
Yep, so he's got to go back for Mothula in the near future. So.
And he's gonna do it with a key this time. Mark my words. There's small key to Hera. Oh, okay. So we can completely finish all of that dungeon whenever we get around to it. Which shouldn't be too long if we go to the Village Outcast. Is that where it was?
What, Hera?
Was it in Kakariko? Yeah.
Yeah, Kakariko in the bomb hut. Hycutype, taking a little suicide leap into the hole there before he does his bomb.
He almost salvaged it, but iframes got the better of him.
Going to bravely walk out of Skull Woods with only 1 heart. Does have a fairy, at least.
I think S&T's going to be giving us the unknown information that is the Bombos tablet. You think something good's going to be there?
We didn't see anything great on Ether, I don't think, and we do have this Master Sword and book just hanging out, so maybe. Maybe it's a glove.
Maybe it was all for letting us know about we're going to need the shovel soon. Maybe it's 10 arrows.
Well, I mean, it can't always lead to something.
Yeah, I guess, you know, just because you have an item doesn't mean, you know, you always have to follow it until you die. Oh, rando.
So the hammer gets some Mimic Cave as well. They don't have any way through Spike Cave. Doesn't get them a heck of a lot else.
I mean, they got a way into Spike Cave. It might not be a traditional way, but I think they can do it.
Well, they can at least go stand in front of the rock and stare at it with the little.
And by that I mean they need a glove. You're right. You're right.
C-shaped house taking a little shift downward today.
How many times have you done Spike Cave without a glove? Hey, there's a bow in C house. Don't answer that question. We got a D in the C house. How do you feel about that?
I'm a fan of the D.
The house was the wrong letter, though. Oh, there's the other side of that connector that he had saw up by the Dark Lumberjack house. And yeah, gonna go ahead and just take this time to check out this stuff that he couldn't get in Hera earlier.
I didn't miss much for his initial foray, but he can do everything else in here now, so get this dungeon full cleared and off his mind, and probably get his pendant, as we all know. Always get a pendant.
Yes, by the rule, if this is not a pendant, we have to just call off the race, have him start over.
Yeah, so game is broken.
No false starts this seed, please.
Gonna go straight to the basement. Not setting up the coffee break. I mean, he's got a couple. Nope, I lied. He's setting up the coffee. You say he doesn't have the easiest ways to do it, but there's a few alternative strats.
Yeah, He had a fire rod, he had a bow, he had an ice rod. He could quick swap the bombs. He could use sword beams.
I suck at anything. I suck at
I'll
anything
stop.
but the Kane version. But
Okay, fair enough. I will say my go-to is the cane also. Ooh, okay. Well, he didn't get stuck there, but I was a little nervous for him.
all right, so we saw S&T kind of is going to go over hycutype's footsteps here. Hopefully not into this connector because he needs to go towards his hammer. I mean, he's not going to get like stuck or anything.
This connector is actually not inconvenient for him. Wait, is this the hammer? No, okay.
Yeah, I
mean,
guess it's not really. He's gonna no, he's gonna be able to clear everything still. That's not bad.
Well, he doesn't have the hammer, so that does mess up him checking the hammer peg house. Because whenever he goes up to Skull Woods, then he'll get it, and then he'll have left that one, so that's kind of annoying.
Ice Palace is not totally full clearable yet. We do have a glove, which is something that people can forget at times, since the right side is also hammer locked, and it usually doesn't get far enough for them to worry about the.
Hilarious. Oh, man.
What did that say?
Oh, it said waiting in the Tower of Hera basement will lead to the Ice Palace small key at the top of Hera.
Wow. Oh man, that makes the case for not going to the basement first, I guess. But
oh, by the way, we have this like really cool thing on this ZSR thing where they do bets, and as a viewer, I thought it was really cool. But hey, we could do a bet where the glove is. I don't know how to do anything about it, but maybe just me saying these words out loud will make it happen. Maybe it won't. If I were to guess, though, I would say that there is a glove in
I'm gonna say Ice Palace, because that's the best, most fun option.
No, that's too rude. You know what? I'll say that there's gonna be a glove in Hype Cave, wherever it is.
Next to a bat-like man, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, dude, someone did it. Man, shout out to ZSR. They're freaking
Hi, I'm
cool
Lost.
and fun.
I'm your e-streamer. I can do that sort of stuff for you.
God, was that you? I just called out and asked for something, and someone just answered. This is really neat.
If God is a pirate, then
I can only hope.
all right. So S&T going to finish clearing outcasts. Probably go into Skullwoods. He has all the same incentives that hycutype does did to go into Skull. Guess he never checked Dark Sanctuary and maybe Graveyard. We didn't see Graveyard Ledge on hycutype side, so this is going to be new information and potentially damaging if hycutype left something nice over.
It's also where hycutype is going.
Oh, never mind. So right, I'm just like
it's all right,
totally
man.
switching everybody.
Don't worry about it. I don't know if S&T went over here. No, because he got wrapped up in the connector. All right, well, there's another way to get up back to Death Mountain.
That's great. I would have done that for like 20 minutes and never noticed that I was doing it.
Poor hycutype. That really sucks when the stuff that you're doing on your own screen, is damaging to you. Okay, there's S&T's hammer, so things are starting to meld back together here. I think hycutype just had a little bit of a slicker route. We're about to see what is commonly referred to as the Kern jump. Looks like it.
Gets it on the first try. Very nice.
Man, I don't think he realized how impactful that bomb jump would be on an entrance shuffle seed. That can be really, really game changing if the seed is very stingy with the access that it gives you.
He's very dedicated to breaking things, so I think he is all for how impactful.
You say breaking, I say making things better. He's paving the for a better world. By throwing bombs in a river and then, damage boosting yourself into some magical screen transition. It's making the world a better place.
Yeah, hycutype already had logical access to this anyway, but he did take a slightly faster path to get.
Right. I mean, it's not saying you don't have logical access to it, but man, would you rather take, the subway, the taxi, the Uber, grandma's house, scooter in the corner store, or would you rather just bomb jump over via the Kern Express? It's awesome.
I don't know, is the Uber driver really good at conversation?
Probably about as good as conversation as me, so I'd go with the Kern bomb jump.
All right, so top of Hyrule is a little bit of new information for us. So we have the brewery with just a piece of heart, unfortunately.
Look at their hearts, by the way. We're still sitting at 6 hearts at an hour in, and they have done seemingly like 80% of Hyrule Castle. That's pretty impressive.
Hey, speaking of Hyrule Castle.
Exactly. Here we go. Ooh, and that's all open to them now. I don't know if they mirrored to check the back of Sanctuary while they were in Village of Outcast.
Oh yeah, I guess they. Wait, is Sanctuary is at the well? I don't think they ever did check that, did they?
No, I mean, kind of off your mind. We have a crystal at Skull Woods. SuperNinTaylor is not going to be able to do that because he did spend a small key, and Meyer was a pendant.
So maybe the glove's just been sitting in the back of the well or the Sanctuary all this time. Or wait, is it at the bat or is it at the well?
It's at the bat, isn't it?
Oh, okay, never mind then. That's different. I thought it was at the well for some reason.
Oh no, they would have done that well before they got stuck down this rabbit hole to get the mirror. But I think
you say that, but I didn't check it for 2 hours yesterday and it had boots.
Well, can't help you with that. So, doing the back of Escape here, I'm sure my man Ressi will let us know that without that Hyrule Tower small key, these checks are technically not in logic. Who cares about that?
Rules were made to be broken. That's the mandate of Crossworld Keysanity.
Exactly. Let's see what we got here in this back chest. Are we about to see a double Kern jump making my night? Oh, I love it.
And both of them pulling it off very smoothly. Oh, floating island. That's a not a bad connector to find, although we already had a way up here, and they don't really have a way to do. I mean, he could check the bottom 2 entrances again, but it may be more valuable to go back and check the other end of the castle. The other problem is that he had just mirrored, so if he can't get back to the pyramid.
Oh yeah, he is locking himself out of that route, and that might have been what he was thinking about there. So yeah, he's going to lose. I don't know if he had checked the other entrance to the castle.
Yeah, he hasn't checked this entrance yet, so maybe see if this goes anywhere interesting, and then go back to the Death Mountain if it doesn't.
Yeah, I think he's just doing some scouting here. I think he. Oh, all right, there's the Meyer area. Oh boy, they can do everything. Who needs gloves?
Hey, and he gets to mirror here and do the Aghanim's Tower right here.
Both of them. This is revenge.
See what SuperNinTaylor does, because he is doing the same route up till now.
And I do think that even if they had forgotten about those 3 chests in the back of Sanctuary that were unlocked by the hammer, I think doing Hyrule Castle is probably going to jar your memory and remind you that those are at large now. You can definitely go back and do them. Yeah, there's a boring cane hanging out over there. As soon as they get a glove, they can do Spike Cave, and, with nothing else other than that glove, of course.
With their logical access to all that money on Laser Bridge, though.
That is true. I really don't know what this L word is you keep saying, but I'll nod my head over here. Hey, there's Sick Kid hanging out in my area.
Well, giving his allowance away today. Looks like hycutype going to Oh, no, he does have ether, so that's make. Oh, he already checked this front of desert too, so he doesn't have any reason to mirror in there.
Yeah, both of them checked it for their lovely shop. The secret password to get in, it's a speakeasy.
So meanwhile, SuperNinTaylor, deep into Hyrule Castle, we'll see if he ends up accidentally cutting off his route. That is yet another top tier hint.
Yeah, you know, need to know about those things.
All right, so we're probably gonna see a oh hey, some nice flippers there. We're also probably about to see a little gotcha kind of trick that you can mirror behind the rocks in the back of desert here. So it is possible for a glove to be back.
Yeah, you don't need a glove to specifically get into this entrance. As Haiku is perfectly executing for us here to get us a hint tile that says Mimic Ledge leads to a connector.
Hey, I think we already knew that.
Oh, right, that was the other side of the old man. Did Haiku make his way over here to check?
To check what?
The Dark Cross?
Actually, I don't think he did do that. He's gonna do the back of escape though, that we were musing about.
Start there, yeah, they're so close to each other, but in like completely alternate dimensions here.
Oh, we got a medallion that I don't know if we have any use for. I don't think they've actually checked that.
They did, and I don't remember what it was, but I know that they checked it. And it is Quake. I can confirm that. I think
okay.
S&T checked it. I'm not sure if Haiku checked it. S&T's about to get a rude awakening with this rock here.
I think he really just wanted to do a little dance.
Oh no! Okay, Haiku was about to get another rude awakening too, but he changed his mind there also.
Oh, simultaneous lack of verbs. Always good.
The double no glove issue. So we did find those flippers in the mire area. That will give us all of left side swamp minus the big chest, because we have the dam drained. Boy, that's tough to say. And we have the small key.
Have we seen swamp? I can't remember.
We have. It's in a very hard to forget location. I think it's in Kakariko.
Hycutype might be in trouble with it.
He might be. No, I think it's in the left snitch's house in Kakariko. And Hera and Eastern Palace are our 5-6 today. That was at the island. So that's quite interesting. Probably gonna need the flute if we're gonna get that bomb off of there. You gotta airlift that thing over to the crack in the pyramid.
So we can do 2 items here at the Zori area as well. What do we want to see next, really? There's a couple things that could open stuff.
I mean, I guess there would be some ways to get that bomb off the island, but definitely not in logic. But if you can swim over to a screen transition fast enough, which, God, I don't know if you could. You could technically do it.
I think it. Oh, never mind. I thought he was. I thought his mirror portal was screwed there. Yeah, I don't think you could actually get off the screen fast enough for that bomb. That timer is deceptively fast. Really slow when you're standing next to the crack, but when you're trying to like preserve the bomb, it's like super fast.
I guess if you did want to do it, you could mirror in the dark world and then go get the bomb in the light world, and then you could jump into your mirror portal as a transition. That would also do it, but man, that's a pretty elaborate setup. I would probably just wait for the flute.
Did hycutype do hobo? I don't think he did hobo, did he?
Don't start with me.
I'm pretty serious.
I don't think he did either, but I don't want to believe it to be true. That's
Oh man, yep. So hycutype just being hycutype, not going to hobo. You don't care about that.
well, his route got cut off, and I think what he's doing is gonna take this connector back at desert. He doesn't have to necessarily do it this way.
Speaking of routes, Taylor did cut off his pyramid access, but he is going to go ahead and. Well, I thought he was going to check Dark Death Mountain drop downs, but instead he's going to drop to Spiral Cave, which is Hookshot Cave.
Hey.
Can check this connect.
That gives him another option. And we're getting to that point where we're running low on connector spots. I don't think we've seen a way to get to our foothill location.
Didn't hycutype fake filter to hobo? I think he was thinking about it and died on the way. Is what happened.
Ooh, we're gonna get a GT play. So, all right, cool. And we did make it to the foothill spot.
And we're gonna find out that we can grab some bombs out of here if we really want.
That it's our restock room. But I think this is kind of nice for S&T because even though it cleaned him out of his route, he got put back into the Dark World immediately. And he has the flippers, so it's even easier for him to get back to where he was going. Now,
Yep,
Ike's showing off some cool bomb tech.
Yeah, we're kind of low on hearts, so he can't necessarily go much further than that.
Yeah, if you are going to bomb jump... Wow, there's the boots!
But who needs to go any further? Because you just found the only item in the map.
And he doesn't have to worry about the health anymore because he can just bomb jump over.
Yep, that also makes the rest of this trip very easy.
Also solidifies that the hook shot will not be behind the boots. That's one of those logic things. You know. Alright. Small key to pod. Those were really important about 40 minutes ago.
Yeah, but it doesn't buy you any new items as far as the logic goes, but you could access three or more depending on how many glitches you want to.
I guess S&T didn't keep his Dark World portal. He had just save and quit to do this instead.
He dropped down to Spiral Cave, so he was...
Right,
I didn't
but
actually see where the other end of Hookshot Cave went.
It put him on top of the the Dark World Foothills cave, so...
Oh, right, okay.
He had his Dark World access.
Looks like he's gonna go defeat Hera, though.
I saw him doing Super Bunny. Maybe that's where he lost his route.
He is going to go upstairs instead of going to the basement first, which he will be glad.
That's incredible, actually. Man, he already has one small key in hand, so... Yeah, screw that second small key. Who needs it? And that's Tempered Sword hanging out in Ganon's tower, so... All of this, a sequence break, but good lord, it's paying out for him.
Yeah, I think so far the most interesting thing he's determined is that the boots don't lead to the...
The ability to go fast, and not to mention, just Temper Sword alone can save you a ton of time in a run relative to Master Sword, especially when, you know, they've only killed one boss so far.
Yep, it's going to be a much easier time. Also, is the bow in GT? Did I just miss that?
No, the D was in the C house.
Yeah. I forgot all about that, you know.
Oh, and S&T couldn't get it because it was hammer locked. Ah, how did we forget about that? Oh, that was awful.
We're just bad at this, that's all.
Yeah, there's too much to... Hey, there's...
Okay, well, that's pretty valuable information that we know that the chain of Samaria leads to the hookshot.
That's a huge tell to where Samaria is. Good lord. And you want to know what was not in that Ganon's tower? A glove.
Whoops. Well, we still have a few chests on the right side that could fulfill the dream. And looks like SuperNinTaylor, or sorry, hycutype. Yeah, I know who I'm looking at. Is going to take these flippers and go back over here to finish out the pod area that he did not finish last time. First, he's going to get mad at that peg and burn it. And then he's going to almost die and reset the screen. He's got a half a heart, so he's going to have to be real careful here.
He's got a fairy in a bottle, I think. Wow. Man, I don't think in a million years, if I was doing that Ganon's Tower, I would have expected hookshot to be at the very end after I had done all of that. I would have just, I would have had questions.
Well, the answer is Samaria. That's the answer to all your questions. Where's hycutype going? I thought he cleared everything related to this. So, Dark Cross now that he has boots, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know what? It did get just that much faster. That's for sure. All right, here's a hobo check from SuperNinTaylor.
Yeah, I feel like hycutype intended to fake flipper here, and then was when he took that crab death, but I don't remember. Oh, yep. Well, that answers that.
Well, there it is.
Hycutype has not fact checked the hobo.
Okay, so there's more than one ways to skin a cat here when playing entrance shuffled Keysanity. Yeah, you just check the hobo before you do GT, or you just sequence break all the way around the cane, and then get your hook shot that way.
Well, I think hycutype is of the opinion that he likes to let the hobo lie as long as possible. Doesn't like to disturb his nap, so he can get around that.
I think he's gonna find this cane right on his way over to pod, and then he might be thinking, "Dang, I'm just gonna go right back into GT," or oh, there it is, But I think he is well on his way here to get it. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we found our way to Turtle Rock Village. So we already seen the Light World version of both of these.
Minus a glove, we have all of the Zelda items we need to finish dungeon. Obviously we're missing some keys. Well,
what keys are we really missing? We don't 100% know yet because we don't know what everything is. Thieves Town key, maybe. Meyer key, maybe.
Well, Meyer's a pendant.
Oh, never mind. I was only looking at hycutype side. But, okay, so don't need the Meyer key, really, but we definitely need, or we may need the Thieves Town.
No, this is getting very interesting.
Hycutype is going to find his way to Hookshot Cave with a hookshot, though, so that's going to tell us some stuff.
I think the only dungeon we haven't seen is Desert Palace, too. So...
yeah, that's the green pendant, though, so we're not super concerned about that.
So I guess we will need at least a glove or that Thieves Town big. So those are still some unknown items.
If Ice Palace is a pendant,
nah, because we have Meyer Desert pendant. We're gonna need to do one of those. We're not gonna get around that.
Wait, what? What the Ice Palace is the only dungeon that hard requires a glove, though. And we don't know if that's a pendant yet.
Yeah, but just Ice Palace or Thieves Town. We're going to have to finish one of those.
Oh, right. Never mind. I see what you're saying. I mean, we're going to need a glove anyway, because when do we not need a glove? But, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's getting close. And it's not in Hookshot Cave, so where is that stinking glove?
It's been a long time since I've seen a potentially gloveless seed.
And seeds like this, they really put your, I guess, I don't know, your entrance merits to the test. Without a glove, you have to be very creative with how you move around the world, and you can lose a lot of time just by being really inefficient with your connectors or you know, not knowing about certain places that get you to certain places a little faster. These seats can get kind of silly sometimes.
Yeah, chaining your connectors together in a meaningful way is really important if you don't have your traditional access. And hycutype, remembering there's a fairy in one of these trees, gets it on the second. Meanwhile, SuperNinTaylor are going to clear out the Zora area with these flippers, and then we'll see where he wants to go. He has a few options still on the table. Interestingly, he could get the everything in GT the legitimate way.
Yes, he could.
Doesn't know that, but if he goes there for that right side, he will be happy with what he finds.
I mean, imagine finding, you know, going right side first, finding the GT big key, and it's something as important in the GT big chest. We've seen a lot of entrance races get destroyed by those silly sequences.
Yep, orphans are the death knell of many a run.
This is Take 2 Moth. We came prepared with a key. We got fairies too, so...
Yep, finding out that Fighter Sword Moth is not nearly as dangerous as Keyless Moth.
Hey, small key to Thieves Town.
C-shaped house is in the hammerlocked house of Village of Outcasts. And that is where the bow was left behind for SuperNinTaylor because his routing made him go through there without the hammer.
Yeah, that was just really unlucky by him. If he would have not taken that connector and gone to Skull Woods, then he would have his bow, but... entrance is cruel, entrance is cruel.
Alright, I don't think we've seen the Palace of Darkness main entrance yet.
It's gotta be Hype Cave with a glove, right? There's no other option.
Maybe. But
Or Spiral
Cave seems like a good thing.
I think we did already see this too. I think S&T was over here.
Yeah, I don't remember. I know we know where the end of this goes, but I don't remember seeing the interior. And SuperNinTaylor's doing the thing that he needs to do, which is go to GT, but it looks like he's gonna do it the technically wrong way.
He's just gonna go ahead and go this way first. Yeah, why not? It doesn't matter.
He's gonna be slightly amused when he gets the other.
I mean, this is definitely the more fun way to do it. And we play this game to have fun, I think, so I'm for this.
So, hycutype is... I'm not sure where he's going. Oh, he's going to kill Trinex, which is a very sensible move.
Yeah, it seems like a pretty solid plan there. And there's still 8 items in here that we can get 7 of them. I can't.
Yeah, I don't believe we ever saw anybody go back into the front, so he can chain those two things.
The front's hanging out over in Kakariko. Man, after he does that, he can go finish up Swamp too. But I don't think we saw the big chest portion of the dungeon yet.
I don't recall seeing it.
Alright, and SuperNinTaylor is going to take this all the way to get his hook shot.
Yeah, this is kind of amusing considering that he had the actual access to the other. Alright, so we don't know 100% whether this is a pendant or a crystal yet, so this will be some new information all around. Do have tempered swords, so it's not going to be a very strenuous fight either. And S&T, instead of bomb jumping, was going to do a little bit of hover there, but didn't quite.
He tried. I'm only a little disappointed. Man, I'm really hoping these are all crystals. I want to see that Thieves Town big key. Let's get that gloveless seed going. Does everybody lose the bet then? That's even better.
We all lose the bet, but we win the war.
Lose the bet, win the war. Oh my god, it was from Trinex! And a crystal.
Not our logical glove just yet, though. Maybe. That could have been our mitts.
That could also be our Goma.
That is true.
That is insane.
Ice Palace is looking very interesting right now. I would, I don't know what I would do really. I mean, he's got the ability to just go dive straight into a bunch of dungeons and clear them and see what happens.
I mean, he could just start killing bosses right now and then, you know, be like, see you later, 145 finish. He could legitimately be in go mode. I don't know if he knows or is curious about that.
Feels like he's just taking this opportunity because he's right here to do this.
Yeah, man. What do you do in this situation? It's tough.
I think in this situation you go to Ice Palace and hope for the best. I don't know.
I feel like Ice Palace is one you'd want to do last. I mean, I don't know. What do you have left? Swamp sucks. Pod sucks. Go do Eastern. Well, you know Eastern still. Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know because you don't have any information. So at some point, your information may have to come from killing Coldster anyway. So I don't know. Ice Palace seems like a fairly harmless.
It's just, you know, you could save a lot of time by not doing all of it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not in logic because of the Turtle Rock keys. The glove isn't, but I mean, we all know that those two keys could be sitting in any one of the very open spots we have right now. Could also technically be our mitts, but either way, the real question is, are we in go mode? Which we may have a ways to actually go before we determine that.
Yeah, I think Haiku's realizing this because he is hitting up Pod pretty hard here.
Do you just go until you find a pendant and then
absolutely,
and then start checking items again, or what? Like, what? How do you do this?
I mean, heck, this pendant boss you kill might be, you know, the other item you think you might need.
Because if he kills any of these bosses and immediately finds a pendant, then he knows immediately he needs a Thieves Town big key. So, but it looks like he's still going to check items on the way to be safe.
Yeah, this is kind of a I mean, does he know?
I would assume he has to know. He's pretty good at entrance. I feel like this is the I don't feel like diving back in a pod later.
Well, you know what? He can reset these keys here, truth be told, so...
Oh, he's actually using all the keys, then.
Yeah, but he might... Did he save and quit?
I don't know. I'm a little worried about the fact that he used all the keys, because he doesn't know if pod's a pendant or not.
Hopefully, if he's save and quit here, and he's just going to go ahead and reset both these keys, because he got nothing, then this is an incredible play. If he doesn't do that... I'm scared, you know? He could just rush pod. You could be done, man.
So if he finds the Thieves Town big key, he's definitely in go mode at that point, so... S&T is going to do the right side of GT for us, though. We haven't seen that yet.
No, this is definitely new territory for us. And yeah, I mean, his go mode is... just hanging out, and it's the I held my breath there for a little bit too, but yeah, he just needs the D in C house, which is below the C house.
Okay, so
he's looking.
He's really trying to decide what to do here.
It's a glove in GT, and another pod key.
Wait, what was that?
There's a glove in GT. We have another pod key, a small key to Hyrule Castle, and hycutype.
Okay, so that confirms our mitts are on Trinex then.
Oh. I think hycutype has now realized that he could actually be in go mode and that maybe I shouldn't have spent that.
Yeah, I don't think he did save and quit after Trinex is the problem because he mirrored from the Dark World. I don't know, to get to pod. So I don't know.
Well, oh man, that glove's
I think
good.
S&T is running the numbers in his head right now too.
Well, he knows he needs the bow, so.
Oh yeah, that's true. So he's still got a Ooh, that's unfortunate because that's in a weird kind of isolated spot. He's gonna definitely dungeon dive.
What makes it a little bit better for him now is that there was a glove in GT, so he doesn't have to play, ring around the Dark World access. He can just actually get there within his own right. But yeah, he's got to go to the C/D house. He's gonna go ahead and check some of these glove spots. We haven't seen them.
Yeah, so I don't know. Hycutype could easily run across a Podkey. There's still 3 of them left in the world, but it's also possible.
One's in GT.
Oh, he hasn't done right side yet, so I mean that's an easy one to get to. I really just want to know what Ice Palace is. Like, I just want somebody to go to Ice Palace.
And you know what? He might get that pod small key. I'm over here kind of on the edge of my seat thinking like, oh, he could be done, We'll just have to see.
Yeah, I guess he did the calculations in his head a little bit too late since he wasted all his keys.
Well, the seed really snuck up on them. I mean, you weren't quite thinking go mode, hey, there's a small key to Turtle Rock. I mean, it's like they got everything. When you have nothing for so long, you can't even find a glove. You're not thinking like, oh, I'm in go mode glove. You're thinking, finally, I can do all the rest of this world I haven't been able to do.
Yeah, I think S&T may do a lot of stuff before he goes back to C-shape house.
That is a map that will not help us figure this puzzle out.
Yeah,
getting a bomb bush check.
I think the map to Thieves Town would be the best one to find right now.
S&T is in the right area. This could just be a swamp play from.
Yeah, he's not in the right dimension just yet. Swamp does have a lot of items in it, but he's not going into swamp. I don't.
This is Turtle Rock.
Yeah. So he's about to get his miss actually.
Hey, that's even better. That makes it even less annoying to get your access over there. You don't have to cut the bushes.
Man, I really don't know what I would do. I would probably just go straight to ice if it were me and I got those gloves and I'm like, maybe this is the thing. I don't even know if I would go mode it though.
It's a tough call, and they're both seasoned entrance runners, and usually when you think to yourself it's too good to be true, it's usually because it is.
Yeah, I've done that. Although a couple times I've been like, no way, is this my go mode? And then like it really was. That's usually when you start thinking like, if this was my go mode, why is the not happening already?
Don't bring up that qualifier, right? I'm still salty. But...
It's not like I've definitely spent 15 minutes wondering why somebody hasn't finished yet.
Okay, so Haiku is investing in swamp. S&T's getting his mids. Haiku's getting his silvers.
Ganon's tower is the Ice Rod cave.
I will be very surprised if Hycutype is going to take the time to do left side swamp, knowing that he might not even need to do that.
Yeah, it's a little early for that. Although if the Thieves have Mickey's over there and he needs it, it's gonna suck. But
just find the hint later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's no way I'd want to do it under these circumstances, though, for sure.
I like doing swamp first too. I feel like you're gonna waste less time full clearing swamp than you would ice. And it doesn't seem as painful to go back in the swamp. I don't know, dude. This is bananas.
I mean, definitely be in boss killing mode, although we already kind of messed that one up on Helmasaur for now, but we do have a pretty accessible pod key, and he may still find one of the other ones.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I think it snuck up on him. I don't think he was ready for the sneak attack go mode. Don't think we have the big key, so pass that one up. S&T's gonna get his garbage over here.
And of course, the benefit of doing all these boss rushes while also checking a few items on the way is if you get a pendant from any of these, you immediately know what your real go mode is.
That is true.
And you don't have it in your hand necessarily, but information is always nice to have.
Yeah, it's like every boss is dropping a indirect map. S&T will do his Skull Woods. It's good routing. Hey, there's a mushroom. That's not annoying.
Yep, Skullwoods we know for sure is a crystal, so we won't get any real information out of that. But Argus is coming up soon, and he's gonna be killed with a gold sword now, so gonna be even easier.
Boy, S&T is getting prison bullied by these Gibdos here.
They just want to wrap you up in their arms and give you a big hug.
I don't like them. So we had Buttersword hanging out in Swamp. Pretty unnecessary, but, you know, it's nice.
Well, looks like S&T getting a little bit of a dash in there on Mothula, but then Mothula's hanging on the spikes, so takes a couple extra slashes to take.
All right, moment of truth. Will we get a crystal from Argus? Will we get a pendant? Will we run out of arrows? Okay.
Man, Argus took 6 silver arrows to kill. He is a strong.
And that looks like a crystal to me.
All right, the plot thickens ever so slightly.
We got 3 dungeons. We can complete 2 of them. All we need to see is all crystals, and we're done. Well, Hiker's gonna need to get that pod. Small key.
We can't quite complete it on his end, but he's got real easy access to that one key if he just goes back to GC.
Let's see, where are we going here? We're gonna turn in the mushroom. The potion shop, I feel like was someplace silly, but I can't remember.
All right, S&T is.
I think he's doing Swamp as well.
Was what Bombable Hut? Hera's in Bombable Hut in Light World in the Kakariko.
Okay,
all right,
this is to the top of Death Mountain, so he's gonna go ahead and find some other entrances. You know, that might be on the top of his mind too. I'm pretty sure we haven't seen Hype Cave yet.
Yeah, that's true. I think did we see this from S&T? Yeah, we did, because this is Spiral Cave or Super Bunny Cave. It's one of those. Starts with an S, has items in it, you know. Hycutype forgetting that he found this already? Or did he never go through the bottom?
I'm not sure. Oh, right, he's finishing Eastern. That's why he came over here.
Oh, yeah, that also makes a certain amount of sense.
I knew there was some over here. I didn't mark this one.
Although I would have felt better about checking the bottom of Dark Death Mountain, because I don't think he's done that yet, and then mirroring.
Well, you know, he might just be thinking, give me a pod small key, please. Don't let this be the end of me. SuperNinTaylor being very aggressive and doing left side swamp, and good lord, if there's a Thieves Town big key over here, oh, this race got really dicey.
Yeah, he still needs that bow, unfortunately, and he's got a lot of things on the table before he necessarily has to go back.
Makes perfect sense for him, because, yeah, he's still looking for that.
Alright, so Eastern we know is a crystal, so not going to be any new info here unless we get a Thieves Town big key out of it anyway.
It's our other 5-6. We could do, like, the most silliest shenanigans to, you know, go get our Thieves Town big key from the pyramid crack? Bless RNG.
It would certainly be a gamble you could.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing that one. You're right. You're right. Just crush my dreams early, will you? So yeah, this will be crystal number. I can count. I promise. 5.
Look. Oh, so much bait.
Well, I guess the good news for SuperNinTaylor is he might not get immediately baited into wanting to go kill Landmo because we have no idea where it's at.
The possibilities are dwindling at least, but
We saw
hycutype is
Mimic
collecting
Cave.
items still. So well, he needs that pod small key, I guess. So I guess he's gonna grab some easy items where he can.
So shoutouts to S&T for using the Kyong route and Swamp Palace here. I dig it.
All right, Ice Palace. It looks like.
Yeah. This is a pretty clever route for him here to kind of clean up these dungeons, and Ice Palace is a great place to go. I mean, he still needs items. He needs to know this is a crystal, so this could be 2 birds with 1 stone for him here.
And he's gonna go ahead and revenge murder that Dead Rock for getting it. Yeah, his best case scenario would be to find a pod key in here and then pod's just the last crystal. And
Pod
also
key and
Ice
a pod
Palace.
map.
Or even the Thieves Town big key, because then he knows he's in go mode no matter what.
That works too, absolutely. Man, it seemed like this was going so slow for them, and man, it really picked up. So,
Yeah, if this is a crystal and he can find an easy Palace of Darkness key in here, then oh man.
Ooh, man, dude, I would be so tempted. Oh god, I wish I was in the Dark World. I would be so tempted just to mirror, just to see.
Yeah.
You're so close.
Although that wouldn't give him absolute knowledge on Ice Palace necessarily either, unless it was a pendant.
That's a really good point. You're right. You're right. Well, he will know if he should rush Helma, if he can, or if he's gonna have to be looking for that Thieves Town key.
Yeah, that's that would be like one of the only other. Wait, what was that? Flute-near.
I didn't read it. I was busy watching S&T get the 0 cycle on phase 1 of Argus and missing the phase 2. It always happens like that.
So there was a flute near something.
Alright. Flute can be found near potions. Oh, that's from the mushroom.
Oh, that's not helpful at all, but it's fun, I guess.
I mean, that flute gives us one thing that, you know, I've been dreaming about, and that's that big bomb. So,
but yeah, I think the Palace of Darkness map was probably like the second best thing the hycutype could expect or wanted to find here outside of a pod small. Oh, you're going the wrong way.
No, I thought he was gonna do it. Oh, this is gonna get so tight. He is leaving behind the hammer house, which has his bow. Urgh.
I'm not sure what he's. Oh, he's checking the glove entrance, so he may go back.
He might go back.
I don't know, like which one. Oh, hey.
All right, well, here's Hype Cave. We had been missing it. It's got bombs. It's got bombs, a piece of heart, and a map to Ice Palace.
Oh, please check your map. Check your map.
Do it for us, please. This is the worst. He didn't map, and he also mirrored. Oh, he's just checking this other side. All right, we're still good. Believe that he's going to go to that hammer house and get his bow. If he mirrors here, too...
Oh, he's not going to map.
It's alright, we're checking some bonk rocks.
So far, Ice Palace didn't give us anything else interesting outside the pod map.
Yes, give your energy to S&T. Make him remember that stupid house. Oh,
He doesn't have the mitts, though. Oh.
Oh no! That's so cruel when it's like, that's all I need! And oh lord.
And the one key that he could get is just sitting right next to the mitts anyway, so it's a moot.
He's getting the silly maps here.
Alright,
man.
now's the time to mirror. Or to map. Check.
I think
map.
he's gonna go to Catfish from here.
Oh, it's a pendant!
It's a pendant!
Oh, we're not in go mode.
We need that Thieves Town big key.
Alright, well, this just got interesting because that could be like freaking anywhere.
Yeah, we have the Ganon's Tower big chest, the Ganon's Tower climb. We have the library in the pyramid crack. Library yet or not? I'm just throwing darts out there to keep my dream alive. Could be on Landmo, absolutely.
Yeah, we don't know where that's at, but we do have access to all the entrances anyway, so we'll find it eventually.
Oh, dude, yeah. Hey, God, if you're listening, can we get a bet for the Thieves Town big key? In case you're still out there.
You can just take a break from pirating, real quick.
Oh, where's your bet, dude? I'm gonna say upstairs GT.
God, I don't even know what would be the best one at this point. They're so... I mean, upstairs GT is the traditional, of course it's their option.
Actually, wait, I take it back. You know what?
And chat getting right
Wow.
in the action,
Friggin'
saying, "Yep, it's
sniping
upstairs."
me, dude.
Sasha. Let's say it's on Sasha.
Man, I'd like to say we saw a hint for that, but I've been in too many races today to make that credible information.
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Well,
all right, and hycutype knows that he's not close to go mode yet either, because he did just get his final pendant information. He knows that Thieves Town is a crystal. He knows that Pod is a crystal, and now he knows I've got to find the Thieves Town big key somewhere, somehow, some way.
that's probably putting a little bit more pressure on him to find that hype cave location, because I do think that he was very aware that he hadn't found it yet. Oh, we have Turtle Rock.
Well, he's in the neighborhood to get it. So
He's gonna get the map to Ice Palace and maybe a little salt.
the timing. He's getting his flute too, which doesn't really help him a lot. I mean, it's faster travel, but doesn't unlock. Well, it unlocks the bomb. It unlocks the big bomb.
Yeah, and that's where the Thieves Town big key is. I did the bet, so that seems pretty good, right?
That's a kind of an obnoxious possibility. So sure, why not? Oh, can I change my bet to the shovel? I mean, that's mean, but.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that stupid pedestal. God dang it, dude. We have a shovel on the pedestal. Ah, this is gross. Why can't you just be nice once and just give them the opportunity to pretend to be at go mode at 1:30 and, it actually ends up being go mode?
I don't know. It's just the nature of the beast.
And they were, Haiku was being nice and respectful to the seed, saying, I know there's a possibility, so I'll still open chest. And then, this is what you're gonna do to him for being a nice guy? Rando, you're mean. I don't like you.
Alright, so, hycutype has found his last big item cave and is not gonna get anything interesting out of it. And SuperNinTaylor getting his nothing much from Hugshot Cave. Still hasn't gone to Hammer House though, which is a bit of a problem for.
Yeah, especially with where he's at in the world right now. Had he done that one cave, that has that one stinking item in it, man, he's got the mushroom. He could turn in the mushroom. He's probably waiting for the flippin' flute to get his mushroom turned in.
Yep, hycutype. Meanwhile, right side GT probably his best option left, so he may end up with Mitt soon enough. Actually, also, have we just not seen anybody go into Mire whatsoever?
I was just about to say that. We have not touched Mire. Well, I mean, the hookshot and the boots were basically locked behind the same thing. And then once you did all that stuff, like, who cared? And, I guess it's not going to be the library.
Yeah, we did have lots to do once we found the boots and the hookshot, at least. So, understandable we haven't seen it. But that is 8 items rigged for the taking. Oh, I'm sorry, 7 items because we don't have a big 6 items because we don't have a big key yet.
5 items? No, yeah. 6 is.
Sorry, I'm just gonna keep subtracting an item.
Yeah.
A second. Do I hear 4?
It's really only going to be like 1 item because that's all we need, right?
Yeah, sure.
The rest are
Speaking
useless.
of items, speaking of 8 items, SNT is gonna go for the 8-item check of Ice Palace and get his blue pendant, although he's going into this knowing that he's going to get his blue pendant.
Man, it might be time to get that shovel.
Yeah, he's going to have to find some land molars first if he wants to, but...
Could you imagine? Oh no. He does all that, gets his shovel, digs up his Thieves Town big key, finishes all of Thieves Town, and is like... Where the heck's my bow, Okay, so hycutype, I think, is going to be getting those missing chests in GT.
Theoretically, he's doing a lot of time looping for me right now, so I'm not...
It's next level.
Seems like he has a bit of OCD. He keeps doing the same thing over and over for me.
He's good on my end. So yeah, he's in GT, heading... S&T just got the hint for the flute. But yeah, he's heading over to the right side. That'll get him his pod small key, which he knows he needs. And he can check the big chest. Then he gets to make a decision or not whether he wants to climb GT. Boy, I don't know what I would do here.
Yeah, that is sort of his biggest option left. He can also go back to Palace of Darkness and finish it. Although he wouldn't be able to get every item out of it either. Well, I actually think he only has 1 left that he hasn't gotten, really, right? Well, outside of the boss, always.
Yeah, it would just be Helmasaur and the Vanilla Bicky chest, yes. There's his mids.
I guess that's semi-appealing then, maybe.
I mean, it's just 1 item, and GT is kind of dumb. He's got the flute now, though. It makes it look a little better. Yeah, I think Haiku is pretty much in the driver's seat of this seed. It would really take that Thieves Town big key to be in quite a silly location, I think, for S&T to get there before hycutype. But then we also are still waiting on the intangible of when S&T is going to go get his bow from the D house.
Alright, so I'm attempting to refresh because I keep getting this time loop stuff, but so I'm going to try not to spoil anything while I resynchronize.
I can give you play-by-play if you want. Hycutype is dashing. He's going through a doorway. He's in front of a big chest. He's now opening the big chest. He's $50 richer. I don't think that's helping. I'm going to stop.
Okay, so I think I may be even with you, and if you're seeing what I'm seeing, he's making the big galaxy brain play.
Yes, yes. This is where, a lot of people made bets on this. He's just trying to be a fan of Twitch chat, make everyone happy. There are 4 items here. He does know that he doesn't have to kill Aga 2 after he finishes this, because it's just a magic bat. If he remembers his hint, that's just 10 arrows.
I mean, I guess there's no better time to do this.
There's definitely no better time to do it, but man, if there's nothing here, you know, it always stings.
Yeah, I mean, if you do this and then find out it was on Helmasaur the whole time, you feel a little bad, but
Or just in Mire in
sometimes,
general. Yeah.
yeah, or the super untouched Mire, but sometimes you just gotta roll them dice. I know we have seen a lot of crystal big keys in the Mire big key chest this week. You know, PR and G, or
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
It's funny too, like Pod, if it's on Helmasaur, that's going to sting the most for him. However, I think that's probably one of the best spots for it to be, in his case.
Yeah, because he'll probably go there after hearing anyway, and just run right into.
Also, we have a little bit of a crisis on SuperNinTaylor's side. He needs one more Sprig of Magic. He doesn't have a small key either to get over to this side.
And he is going to try to farm for some real quick. And
that's annoying.
Not getting it.
I think he knows how to do this. What he can do, he can go and get his health refilled by these fairies. And then when he's fighting Cold Stare, you can actually get double hits by using Sword Beam.
So the real Galaxy play would be to just pretend like Cold Stare doesn't exist because you don't need him any.
That would have been really actually top.
However, the shovel is still a big question mark in our minds, so
I hate coming into this room because this anti-fairy is just a freaking piece of crap. The mirror is, well, god dang, this is a pretty annoying spot for him to be in. I feel for him right now. This is stressful.
He is evaluating his options and hasn't given up on them yet.
I mean, I think he knows about the sword beams. If he would just go get those fairies, I think he could pull it off.
He also has powder if he really wants to go that route. I mean, he's already down magic. So.
What's upstairs, GT? He's done it.
Well, looks like we have a couple winners for the bet. Oh, he was. Never mind. He got that key. Okay.
Yeah,
he still had that key available.
Outright go mode. Oh, well, he went and got that key from the other room, so that was another option too.
Yeah, didn't realize he had that key open still. So. Meanwhile, hycutype is in go mode, so he's just got to go kill a couple guys, and then he's good to.
Great job for winning that bet, Chloe. I saw you snipe my guess, though. I'm only a little mad about it. Alright, well, better sword Cold Stare. We got the shell broken. That was what we were worried about, but man.
So, had you only climbed GT, you could have avoided Ice Palace like the plague.
You basically just avoid every single pendant dungeon in this seed, and I don't think any of them had anything.
We never went to Mire, actually. Yeah.
I don't think any of those silly chests in desert were of any merit. So.
Yep, this was a totally avoidable pendant dungeon situation. All right, is S&T heading in the right direction for his bow? He's in the right neighborhood, but he's in the wrong dimension.
By the way,
he's looking at the right house, but again in the wrong dimension.
Where was the GT big key?
Ooh, he's going to Mire. Ouch. The GT big key is, I don't know.
Somebody help.
Pod, maybe? I think it was in the Dark Maze of Pod.
Dark Maze of Pod?
Yeah.
So, a glove was unavoidable this seed, but I don't think you needed one to do any of this.
I don't believe you did either.
Yeah, you'd only need 3 pod big keys. Not that you would know that, but I guess technically you only need 2. No, you need 3. I take it back.
Yeah, to get to the back and the boss.
Yeah, when you had to use the middle door to get the mirror. Yeah, well, good thing he used those keys to decide to spend them all in Pod when it gave him his Go Mode item. So Galaxy Brain play there. That one worked out.
Well, he wasted the one on the Harmless Hallway, so
Yeah, he didn't need to do it,
he
but
could have avoided.
we were going back to GT anyways, boys. No worries.
All right, so now we just need to kill Blind the Thief, which is right here next to Kakariko, and then we can go to Ganon, who is at the ferry drop today, I think.
Yeah, this run's all finishing where it started, in Thieves Town and at that ferry drop. Their first checks are going to be their last checks. Oh, poetic justice of Ram. A small key in Turtle Rock can be found in a frozen cave.
Yeah, I think we found that one at some point. Not sure. All right, so obviously just Junk and Meyer, and S&T bearing that out by finding 10 arrows.
hycutype doing the correct thing here and remembering that, you know, he's got a small key. He's in Go Mode. Doesn't have to go get that key in the pot up there. You always feel like a genius when you remember you can do that.
Every second counts, right? We are over 2 hours, so we're just, we're dragging behind at this.
Yeah, he's flying right now. Remembering that, got the God Pixel. He is ready to finish this race up.
If only Ice Palace had been of a crystal, we could have been living the sub 2 hour dream.
I'm glad it wasn't, you know, because then, I mean, we'd just be asking him why he spent that key over and over again, so.
All right, so we found a Turtle Rock key in there, Meyer, and that seems to be it.
Can they go get their mitts now, Ressi? Do they have your permission? Nah, they still need one more, gosh dang.
Not quite. Those mitts
Aw.
incidentally didn't actually get us anything, so.
Well, neither did the glove.
Well, I mean, they had a logical glove. They didn't need these mitts. Mitts are just a gold herring in this case.
I see what you did there, and I don't like it. Going back to desert. Oh, he's gonna get his flute. Well, this is good for him because I think he is going to get his bow after he gets his flute. I freaking hope. Unfortunately, Haiku's on his last crystal boss right now. Also armed to the teeth with butter sword and silvers.
Yeah, and S&T still has to do a GT climb plus 2 bosses attached to those that bow that he has not gotten yet. But he is heading in the right direction. He'll never be closer than he is right now. But he's gonna run right by.
Oh no! I guarantee you, he's gonna get his bow when he does. He's gonna turn in the smith, which is I didn't write. Who knows?
I don't actually remember where the smith is either, but well, I don't know. Well,
he will get it before he does hammer peg house, or before he does the hammer pegs. He'll do hammer peg house and the hammer pegs. That's gonna jar the forgotten memory. All right.
Meanwhile, hycutype is heading towards a pig roast here. Gonna throw a little luau in Ganon's basement.
We are on phase 2. S&T is better than us, remembering where the smith was. He was at the Flute 5 location today.
I probably blinked at that time.
Same. And Ganon is refusing to sit still. Good lord. Alright, well we're on like teleport number 47? 48?
See, Ganon's got the real plan. They can't hit me if I keep moving.
Yeah, it's tough.
Oh,
Holy
we're doing
crap.
it. We're doing it. Hammerhound.
Yeah, I had a feeling this would connect, and he is going to get his bow, and oh man, that's just not even the end of the puzzle for him yet.
Yeah, he's still got a lot of stuff to do because he has he can put down 2 dungeons now, but then he's still not gonna have that Thieves' Town big key.
I wonder where. I guess Desert was either in GT or. Ooh, nice triple there. Yeah, GG's the haiku type.
I don't think we saw this yet, actually. But it's not this either. And we also have the crack in the pyramid.
Fantastic. Haiku type staying alive. Keeping his entrance shuffle dream working. That will eliminate SuperNinTaylor, unfortunately. I think we have been joined by haiku type already. GG's, sir.
I guess. That was terrible. I expected him to be done at about the 150 mark. I don't know how I won, except for some of those late game gambles.
Well, I mean, give us some of your thoughts. Where you think things went right or things went wrong.
All right, so, well, approximately everything went wrong at the beginning. You saw, I do that opening where I go to those first 2 entrances north of Lake Hylia, and I'm hoping for bombs out of that. Or I'm hoping for money to buy bombs. You saw in this game the worst luck I have ever had with bombs in the early game doing that opening. I didn't find any bomb shops until late. Anyway, so aside from that, I don't know how much time I lost to that. I hadn't died to a ball and chain guard in about a year, and I died to ball and chain guards in the last 2 entrance races I've played. Let's see, there was something... Oh, I went to Mothula without a key. That was great. And then I went to the South Shore, walked into my own bomb, got hit by a bird, and thought to myself, this is great, 2 hearts. I have set myself up to die to a crab. Alright, so here comes a crab. Let me just be safe, turn back to slack. Okay, never mind.
No, we totally didn't see that one or say anything about it, so you don't have to worry about that one there. No one saw it. I think at that point, SuperNinTaylor was doing something, so you can let that one go to rest.
Yeah, so early game, I was trying to calculate in my mind how far behind I was. Like, was it 5 or 6 minutes, something like that? Does that sound right to you guys?
Depends on how early we're talking, because you did incidentally reach the Pearl a little bit faster.
Yeah, okay, so did he...
You were not behind.
I was not behind. Well,
no.
I expected to be badly behind with all that early game nonsense.
Your early route, I actually ended up being a little bit more fortunate than him. He basically did everything until he got his mirror, which included a walk all the way back to Eastern Palace, because he did Eastern Palace before he checked the cave next door to get the big key. So you were you were actually probably about maybe 2 or 3 minutes in the lead up to the Moon Pearl, I would say.
Yeah, I think the super early thing that he had was a sword that got him a little easier access, just a couple items, but then the mirror started making a difference pretty.
Yeah, I no longer remember where the mirror was.
It's the first couple chests in pod.
Yeah. You had to go all the way to the Light World shopping mall just to get 1 key in pod, so you could go in the pod and
yeah. So yeah, I did take note of that sequence where I thought, okay, well, that was the one thing where I thought I might get some time back, where you had to go all the way there and then all the way back just to get the mirror. But then there were a lot. I mean, I was ready to forfeit in the first 15 minutes. If this had been a casual race, I would have done something else with my night. No. And then it was just poor play the whole way. I mean, I think I told you all my overworld deaths, but I may be leaving one out.
I don't remember. I feel like maybe there was one more, but I don't recall specifically.
Yeah, but I mean, I can go over some more mistakes. I thought ice was a crystal. I forgot to check the pyramid item because I wanted to check the top first and then come down. And then when I was so I forgot to check the the pyramid item, and then I forgot to do the dark cross chest the first time in the castle because I got distracted by where it led and what I was going to do next.
Oh, see, we just assumed you galaxy brained your way to boots before you could, before you wanted to.
I think you cut off there at the end, but I mean, yeah, that was another thing that I felt okay about. Like I was hoping, let's just do this hammer for however many items, 12, and I was happy to find the boots there. And that shovel was funny.
Yeah. I didn't like that shovel.
Yeah, so there was. Anyway, I'm shocked I won. Oh, one of the other things was I was in pod, checking the back, and I was realizing, what do I really need for go mode? And just after I saved and quit, I realized I may have just spent the last pod small key that I need for go mode.
Okay, good. It wasn't... I had a suspicion that you might have done that, and you might have done that in that order, and, you know, I was speaking for, you know, you and your behalf and your thought process there, but I was like, I didn't think you meant to do that.
Yeah, I
if
did.
you would have known, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't think about being in go mode so early, but I was going through it there just a minute too late.
Yeah, I think getting the hint in Ice Palace that you could get a pod key from the purple chest when you didn't have the myths was the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It wasn't nice, but it was nice to know that I was looking for another item. Another item would be something that would get me the mitts. So at the end, I was sort of gambling with the left side swamp skip. I may have actually skipped the compass chest in swamp. I don't even remember now. I don't think so, though. And then upstairs GT was a gamble because I was feeling behind.
It was pretty much that or Meyer, what you had left, so it was the right play, for sure.
Yeah, S&T actually avoided the bow for a little while, so that put him off some of the stuff you were able to do. And despite any setbacks you had, your execution was pretty on point, or despite the early game setbacks. We did a couple of fancy bomb jumps for us, so it was a pretty nice watch.
I don't even think about the bomb jumps as being fancy anymore. I don't know which one I did. I guess maybe the current jump.
Yeah, well, that's the new hot tech there.
Did you like where that hook shot was? Did that raise some eyebrows for you?
Oh yeah, that was man. And then and the hobo, that was another thing. I thought I had got the flippers, and I was trying to think. When I got the flippers, I was trying to think what was going on, because I got that out of a sequence break. Let me check. I don't even remember.
I think the flippers were in sequence. Actually, they were in the Meyer area.
No, they were a sequence break.
I got them. Either. I got them doing the kern jump and then mirroring to the top of the castle.
That's right.
That was in sequence though, because you had the hammer to go from the other direction.
Yep, that was the other thing. I forgot entirely that I could go around. That was right. I remembered that later in the run that, oh yeah, that was actually in sequence. Yeah, so then I got the hook shot behind Ice Armust. Okay, well, that Samar is somewhere. I couldn't track the logic to quite be sure where, but it was shallow. Yeah, so I screwed up on reading the logic too. Mere 31 minutes. We'll have to see what S&T got.
I do apologize for maybe memeing a little bit about you seemingly putting off hobo a little bit longer than I think you needed to.
I knew I was doing it. It wasn't a mistake. I just wanted to do it with the route by pod.
Oh, come on, man. Give me a break.
No. I really didn't make that mistake this time.
The really good news is that Ice Palace wasn't in Kakariko, because it definitely would have had some.
Yeah, but I went all the way back for it, way in the corner there of West Death Mountain to get nothing out of it.
Yeah.
There was no progression in there, right?
Nope. You got some pendant information. That's about it.
Yeah. I thought I had seen ice as a crystal on the map. I did not. I thought it was down to Pod and Thieves as my last crystal, but they were both crystals.
It was really interesting. I mean, when you had gotten that glove from Trinex, pretty much up to that point, it was like you could literally be a glove from Go mode or a Thieves Town Big Key at Go mode, and I don't think either of us knew because all of those maps were either, I think all of them were behind gloves. So it was a really interesting thing, and to credit you, it came up so fast. It seemed like you were walking around just looking for anything for the whole entire seed, and all of a sudden it was like, wait, am I really in Go mode? Like, it doesn't... I think I would have been confused at that too, so...
Yeah, there was more than once that very early in mid-game that I thought, what do I even have left? I can go through some stupid connector to another stupid connector to get something.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So I guess staying out of mire was good. I left a bunch of entrances.
Oh, and SuperNinTaylor, he did that ferry connector up at Lumberjack, and that brought him to the Village of Outcast area. And so he just did Village of Outcast up into Skull Woods, which got him his hammer and isolated that peg. So it was kind of an unfortunate sequence. I mean, he did know that the hammer was going to be there. Yeah, that was the bow.
Yeah. So, let's see, there's something else. Yeah, so I did nothing myths locked. Did I check the back of desert ever? I don't have it marked as doing it.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, you mirrored into that.
Yeah. Bunch of great connectors like that. The bumper cave leading just over there.
Yeah, the Foothills Cave?
Not the Foothills Cave.
Oh, my bad.
The bumper cave leading from the dam to Mini Moldorm was nice. And then that ferry connector.
Oh, yeah, all of Paradox was wrapped in, the Light World of Desert. Spectacle Rock was on top of each other in Eastern Death Mountain. They were a lot of really useless connectors. Again, credit to you, man, because the seed's actually tough, and like no glove, and you have to use all of those connectors to move around quickly. I mean, I thought you did pretty good, man.
Yeah, and it looks like that Spectacle Rock drop was an important logic thing. Maybe there wasn't anything up there. Was it Mini Moldorm Cave up there?
Yeah, the Eastern Palace Big Key is all that was really up there. Well, and Eastern. Like, Eastern Death Mountain really didn't have...
Yeah, but I don't think there was any progression other than the Eastern Big Key for Eastern, which was there anyway. Yeah, so I had some anxiety about doing that, the Spectacle Rock bomb jump and not checking the in-logic drop, but I thought it was too juicy to go after those 4 entrances. Yeah, one of the things I'm going over in my head is, was it possible to beat this without a glove?
It was, yes.
No, it was not.
I think it was, wasn't it?
It was not.
Behind a glove.
You had to kill Trinex, and he gave you a glove, so therefore it was impossible.
I think he meant without using it, but I see your point.
No, you didn't need a glove for anything to get any items.
Yep. I mean, logically, of course, you needed it for the pod small key at least. And who knows what else.
GG's S&T.
Yeah, thanks. You're talking about a pod small key. That's making me think there's probably something atop Gen's tower.
Your go mode.
Okay, yeah. I figured.
Yeah, so I'd like to hear a little bit about how this seed went for him, how it went competitively.
Not very well.
Go ahead.
Oh, I mean, the opening was really, really tough and stingy for both of you. And Haiku kind of stayed with that 2-minute lead, getting the mirror, and then SuperNinTaylor, you missed your bow on a very unfortunate sequence of events, and Haiku didn't have many other options available to him, so he didn't go into to mire. And he thought he might have been in go mode, so he kind of did impartial amounts of swamp. He skipped left side. I don't know if he skipped the compass room or not. And then at that point, he just kind of went all in on GT. And it was funny, too, because he spent all of his pod small keys in pod, not realizing that he might be in go mode without... Like, he could have just went to the boss, and then you kind of saw a little stutter where it was like, wait, I probably shouldn't have done that. But it did get him the GT big key, and he just followed that and got his go mode. He hadn't done right side GT either, so he climbed when he did right side. So it made sense.
Yeah. I don't know, I guess I just did things in the wrong order. Also, just forgot random things here and there.
Yeah, going into swamp, it wasn't that I thought I was in go mode, it was that I was gambling a little bit because I felt behind it. I only needed a couple items, possibly only one of the pod keys.
Gotcha.
So if I was skipping one, I maybe could have gotten one elsewhere.
Makes sense. But I mean, it was really fun and exciting to watch the end because it was basically like unknown as to what we needed, if we needed anything. It made it really fun, and you guys kind of took different routes in the Dark World a little bit. You actually both were doing the Kern bomb jump almost at the same time. It was actually a really good race.
Yeah, you got those gloves, and we spent a little time really confused about what course of action we would take with the quasi go mode that you were.
Yeah, so Hype Cave, there wasn't... Yeah, that was part of it at the end there. I was skipping Swamp, and then I was going to look for Hype Cave, and then I was doing dungeons.
Did I just, like, walk right by the house with the bow, or did I just, like, never really go by it again after I got hammered? I don't remember. I started looking at my tracker and being like, oh, I never really checked this.
When you came back to the area, you went and checked all the stuff north because you had like three or four entrances up there to check between the gloves and the mirror and all, or the boots and all that.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the hammer house, but taking that connector, the East Death Mountain Ferry connector that took you into the Village of Outcasts before going to Skullwoods, where the hammer was or was behind, is how you ended up skipping it initially.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it didn't seem like you had forgotten about it, but you just unfortunately did Village of Outcast into Skullwoods, which got you your hammer, and then you took that route to more dense locations, right. So just got it really unlucky.
Yeah, I think I did that full loop around, didn't I?
Yeah. And then yeah, the no glove made it hard to get back to the Dark World, or to feel like, I mean, because without your Dark World access, you're not like, oh, I want to go over here and check this one entrance. I mean, at that point, it seems like you're wasting so much time just to go check one thing. So everything made perfect sense. It was just bad sequencing. It's unlucky.
Yeah.
So which of us killed Trinex first?
You did.
Yeah, that's a little surprising to me. I thought, well, I wasn't sure about how important that was and where I was relative to him doing that. Anyway, so good game. I think next I know I face Matt the Ogre because I commentated his match and we were talking about it.
Good luck against the Mac clan, man. They're tough.
Yep, thank you. Good game to SuperNinTaylor, and thanks Ak and Ressi for the commentary.
Yeah, GG.
Alright, so unless Ak, you have anything further to add, we're probably going to end up wrapping this up here. GG to the runners to make sure. Huh?
Anything else you want to say, S&T?
No, that's all good. I had fun. I feel like I came in as the underdog. Like, hycutype's played a lot more of these than I have, and I still get really confused. Like, I understand how to do it now, it's just still sometimes there's just so much to focus on that I miss things here and there. And then I see it later and I'm like, oh, I missed that, and then I have to, like, double dip so many different places. But, you know, I had fun, and I never really played much entrance until this tournament. Like, I kind of avoided it. But I actually have really been enjoying it and would do more of these outside the tournament as well. So yeah, it was good for that. Helped me learn something new.
You can
That's
get
great.
in
That's
on
it from me.
you can get in on some of that multi-world.
Multi-world. Yeah, let's do it.
We need some bingos. Let's do a bingo.
Let's do it right now.
Tempting.
I'm feeling stupid. We can do that.
Are you serious? I would do it.
No Entermiser. That's my vote, though. I'm just saying.
Entermiser bingo starting on SRL. Oh, by the way, thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. When we're like streaming or racing or something.
Yeah, hey, let's do it. Hey, let's keep the restream going. They can watch us play bingo.
Well, make sure you guys follow the runners. They did a great job, and thanks to Ack for helping me entertain the masses while we watched these two guys duke it out. And thanks to ZSR for having us, and our trackers Lost the Pirates, who was also doubling as our restreamer, and crap, I forgot the
Breeze
other one.
Ninja was here helping out.
Yes, thank you. I was like really on the tip of my tongue, and I just lost it completely. Thank you, for Breeze Ninja.
And thanks to that special person out there that just randomly tuned in and was listening and made those bets go in the ZSR channel. It's the coolest thing ever. So whoever you are out there, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, you can't just, ask me directly. That doesn't work. It's not like I'm sitting here listening to this entire thing because I'm also doubling as tracker.
Did you guys hear that other person, or is it just me? I don't know. It's really strange.
Okay, well, this ghostly voice wants to let you know about the 2 more matches coming up tomorrow night. Because we do have more coming up. Tomorrow night at 8:30 Eastern, we've got Faraime versus Hitaka coming up. Losers bracket round 2 match, so there's something hanging on the line there for that one. Tomorrow night, again at same as this one was, at 11 p.m. Eastern, one of those late night matches. We've got P-Train versus Magnificent coming up. Winners bracket round 4. We're getting through these rounds. It's crazy how fast you guys are all scheduling your races. The one big concern we've got is we need volunteers. So, if you would like to be part of making this magic happen, please consider joining the tournament Discord. You can join the tracking and comms team through that. And we would very much appreciate any extra help we can get to make these things happen. As you can tell, we like to have fun around here, so, hopefully if this banter sounds fun to you, you might consider hanging out and call with us and being involved in these matches on the restream side. Any final thoughts, guys?
I think that about covers it.
Okay, well, thank you, Recidador and Actboker, for providing us with insightful commentary all night. And thank you very much to Febreze Ninja for covering the other side of the tracking tonight. I could not do this alone. So, hope everybody has a lovely evening, and we'll see you back here tomorrow evening, unless somebody pulls a fast one on us and schedules a race for in the morning. I wouldn't put it past these guys. They are so hyped to get their matches in. Everybody, have a lovely evening.